ओम शांति शांति शांति। Namaste. Hearty welcome to you all. As you are aware, the Ministry of Ayush Government of India is organizing various activities in the run-up to the International Day of Yoga 2021. One among these is the series of 5 webinars that the Ministry is organizing under the broad theme of Be with Yoga, Be at Home, in collaboration with 5 renowned yoga institutions of the country, who will present one webinar each on particular topic of importance in the current scenario. The first among the series has been presented yesterday by eminent yoga master of the art of living. Today we are going to have the insightful talk by the expert from the Yoga Institute, Santa Cruz, Mumbai, Ms. Shashi Sardarji. Shashi Sardarji is a senior sadhak and a teacher of the Yoga Institute of Mumbai for the last more than 2 decades. She has a deep knowledge of yoga philosophy and the principles of yoga therapy, and a very sought after teacher of the institute. Today, Ms. Shashiji is going to talk on the topic yoga for emotional and mental health. This is a very important event, and we have a expertise from Art of Living, the Yoga Institutes, Santa Cruz, Kaival Dham, Lonavar, Arihom Yoga Dhyana, then Krishnamacharya Yogavindaram and Moraji Desai National Institute of Yoga. The experts of all these institutions are going to conduct everyday webinars on various themes of relevance. The program is live every day from 5 to 6 p.m. With these few words, I once again welcome today's presenter, Ms. Shashiji, and also welcome all of you for this webinar. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Namaste and a warm welcome from the Yoga Institute. The Yoga Institute is one of the oldest institutes in the world. It is more than 100 years old institute, founded by Sri Yogendra Ji and Mata Sita Devi. He was one of the great yogis who believed in getting yoga to each and every household. I am Shashi Sarda. I am associated with the institute since the past 10 years. Today we bring to you a beautiful topic of emotional and mental well-being in these corona times. The word corona, I think we are quite done with it. The moment nowadays we hear the word, we just want to shut off the video, shut off the call, shut off the WhatsApp, anything and everything. Most of us now somehow know that we know how to deal with it. Well, in today's talk, we are not telling you any of those regular stuff. I'm not telling you how dangerous the virus is, how we have to take care of ourselves, how we have to deal with our fears and anxieties, but not any of all of that. But what I have got for you today is a beautiful solution. The only things that we really get worked up upon is with the lockdown, the low wages, the joblessness. All these things are getting more stressful to us than the word COVID itself. Well, somehow, deep down in our heart, we know how to deal with corona. And the amount of kadhas and the breathing techniques that we've done in the past 2 years, we've not done the entire life, and I don't think we're going to ever do it again. But what we really need to work on is our day-to-day stresses, day-to-day bread butters, day-to-day people who are into their daily wages. There are lots of pains, much more chronic and severe than the COVID itself. For that, we have brought this beautiful topic of emotional and mental well-being. COVID or no COVID, we need to take care of our emotional self, of our mental self. The best way to take care of emotional self is to open your chest out, open your heart out, open your lungs out. Breathe well, think well, release all the emotions and get to a nice clean heart. We feel like crying when we are sitting caged in the houses. We love to see the world outside. If we are allowed even to walk down in the building, we feel happy. The small things are giving us much more happiness, which we never looked upon before the lockdown. When we used to go to the zoos and get very happy seeing those big animals caged and feel like a more powerful person than the lion or the tiger on the other side of the fence. Well, today we are in the same condition. We are caged and the animals out there are more powerful, more better off than us. The dogs do go for a walk, but we are not allowed to go for a walk. Look at the irony of the situation. Well, we know we have to stay like this for some more months. We don't know how many, but it's just around the corner. Our solutions, our situations are going to change. But till then, we have to hold out. The times are tough, but that's okay. We will learn how to deal with it. So here are a few practices, few experiences which I want you to go through today. Releasing your emotions completely. But emotions is not the only thing. We go through fears, anxiety, we go through fatigue, what we call as the COVID fatigue. The fatigue of just being stuck into four walls, fatigue of not meeting our loved ones, fatigue of just seeing people over video calls, fatigue of just thinking that how long. Well, that's called the mental fatigue. We get up in the morning and we know it's just another day. It's just the same day as yesterday. We pick up ourselves. Try our level best to do the best that we can today to today's day. But then we hear certain news which are not so pleasant. It sucks our energy down again. Well, that's the mental disturbance that we need to deal with. And the only way to deal with mental disturbance is just let go. Let go completely. Surrender completely. By surrendering, is it so easy? Is it so easy that I tell you to let go and we are able to let go? Is it so easy to let go of your loved ones? Is it so easy to let go of your jobs, of your daily wages? Well, not. Definitely not. But yes, we can make an attempt to just get it out of our mental space. That's the space which disturbs us the most. The moment we release that thought of insecurity, of anxiety, of panic, or something unknown, we need to release that thought. The moment we release that thought, we feel better. Our mind gets clearer. And with this clear mind, we can think better. The moment we think better, we can look at all the other aspects which are out there open still for us. Open to make our daily wages come back, to make our mental space better, to make ourselves happier. So there is a sequence of asanas that we are going to bring to you, which will just release yourself completely, which will release your mental fears completely. I know it's difficult, as we say in yoga. When we can't deal with the mind, we start dealing with the asanas. Through the asanas, we learn to go touch upon the mind. It's hard to let go. But by doing the asanas, you will develop a bhav of vairagya, a bhav of complete surrender. With all these experiences, with me just speaking about them, it's not going to help. Let's start experiencing it with us. I want all of you all to grab a mat, sit there comfortably, and along with me, go and experience the opening of your chest, opening of your heart, releasing your emotions, opening up your mental space by completely surrendering to everything that's around us. Alright, I see that you all are on your mats. Let's sit comfortably in any posture that you're comfortable in. You can sit in Sukhasana, Vajrasana, in Padmasana, whatever makes you comfortable. Let's sit there, let's condition our mind before we begin any of our practices. Let's keep our hands on our knees, back straight, our chin is parallel to the ground. Focus at one point for a few seconds. Keep focusing at that one point, not mechanically, but with complete awareness. Observe what you are looking at. The color, the shape, the size. Is it completely visible or it's slightly blurred? Completely centering yourself to the focal point, being aware of the present moment. We're going to gently close our eyes. As you can see, my colleague performing this posture, staying there, keeping your eyes closed, relaxing your forehead, relax your eyes, relax your facial muscles, relax your fingers, elbows, shoulders. Just start relaxing the entire body completely to the ground. Withdrawing all your thoughts from the outside world and gently bringing your attention to the movements of your chest and your breathing. Inhaling, slowly the chest comes out. Exhaling, slowly the chest drops back down. Relaxing yourself with each and every breath. Each and every breath completely one with yourself. Just stay here for a little while, experiencing this state where it's only you and your breathing. Gently open your eyes. Inhaling, slowly take your hands from the side. Interlock your hands. Palms facing the ceiling. Stretch your hands up completely. Keep stretching your spine up. Feel the stretch from your armpits, from your shoulders. Gently push the knees down. Keep lifting your spine. Keep pushing your lower body down. Grounding your lower body to the floor and reaching up to the skies as much as possible. Gently relax your elbows. Shoulders, elbows behind, chest lifted out. Drop your head behind. Open the chest completely. Feel the opening of your heart, your chest, your lungs. Breathe nicely over here. Drop your head behind. Gently straighten up your head, straighten up your spine. Take your hands up again. Stretch and lengthen once again. Release all the stress, the toxins out of your system. Once again, elbow relaxed, shoulder relaxed. Open your chest nicely. Feel the opening of your clavicular muscles. Feel the opening of your armpits. Push the elbows behind, pop the chest out. Feel the shoulder blades coming towards each other. Inhaling, slowly take your hands up, stretch up nicely. Exhaling, slowly release and relax your hands down completely. It just relaxes you totally. You feel completely relaxed the moment you stretch your spinal cord, the moment you increase the blood circulation around that area. Wonderful. Now we are feeling our shoulders a bit tired. So let's go in for a few rounds of shoulder rotation. Hands on your knees, back straight. We're going to gently rotate the shoulders clockwise for 5 rounds. So inhaling, take your shoulders up, behind, drop, and take a full circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse it gently. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Relax yourself completely. Wonderful. After releasing all the stress from the spine, after improving the blood circulation in the upper body, let's move into slight twisting. Twisting asanas are very good to remove the toxins out of your system, remove the fatigue out of your system. Just by doing 2 rounds with us, you will feel a marked difference in how you start feeling immediately. So for twisting, let's take the left hand on the right knee, right hand behind at the center of your glutes. You're going to lift your spine up, keep the back straight, and gently start twisting to the right side. Keep pushing yourself from the right side. Push your right shoulder behind and gently start squeezing and pushing your chest towards the right side. Experience how the squeezing of the middle back is happening. Experience how beautifully the chest is getting twisted. Exhale and slightly push yourself a little more and feel the entire middle back rinsing like a cloth. And very gently exhaling, come back center. Gently move to the opposite side. Now right hand on the left knee and left hand behind. Again, left hand close to the glutes. Lift your spine up and start moving your chest towards the left side. Gently push the shoulder first, the left shoulder goes behind, and gently start squeezing from the chest. Exhale, slowly go behind more. Exhale, again slightly push little more and rinse at the middle back. Exhaling once more, exhale and go push behind. Feel the final rinsing of your spine and slowly come back center. Wonderful. I'm sure you already started feeling a little fresh. But let's make it feel a little more good. For that, we're going to do another set of twisting. For that, let's place our left hand at the fingertips at the center of your body. As you can see my colleague doing it, place your hands on the fingertips. Take the right hand behind in the center of your glutes. Again, lift your spine and start pushing your chest behind and shoulder behind on the right side. Press the fingertips on both the hands firmly on the ground. The fingertips are the nerve ending. These nerve endings are very good to balance the entire body. So keep pressing the fingertips to the floor. Keep lifting your spine up. Exhale, push the chest slightly more behind. Keep exhaling, otherwise you may land up into a short cramp. Stay there, press the fingers nicely and slowly exhaling, come back to the center. Let's repeat on the opposite side. Right hand fingertips on the ground in the center. Left hand fingertips behind at the center of your glutes. Once again, lift your spine up, chest lifted. Exhaling, start twisting onto the left side. Keep pressing the fingertips. The nerve ends need to get stimulated. The moment they get stimulated, there's a good blood circulation and balances the doshas. So let's go behind, squeeze your chest, exhale, slightly more behind, exhale, slightly more behind, and slowly come back center. Wonderful. I'm sure after this posture, you must be feeling much more open, much more less tired. Let's move into a nice chest opener. As I said, to release the emotions, you need to open your chest muscles, you need to open your heart. Let's place the right hand on the right side. Palm is nicely, firmly placed on the ground. Left hand goes towards the right side. Lift your left hand up. Open your chest towards the left side. Look comfortably at the left side. While you're looking at the left side, start opening your left chest towards the left side. Start taking your hands more and more towards the right side. Both elbows absolutely straight. Push the left knee down as you do this. Feel the extension from the left knee all the way up to the chest and to the fingertips. Feel the squeezing again at the chest level, behind your chest and opening of the chest in front. When you stay there for a little while, exhaling, slowly release and come back to the center. Let's repeat on the opposite side. Let's place the left palm on the floor nicely, elbow straight off the left hand. Again, right hand up, open the chest towards the right side, look gently to the right side and keep lifting your right side up, dropping it towards the left side, rather extending it towards the left side. Press the right knee gently down and feel the difference in your stretch. Press the chest more behind. Right chest goes slightly more behind and open the chest to feel the inhalation and exhalation. Opening of your intercostal muscles, opening of your rib cage. And exhaling, slowly release and relax your hands down completely. So how do you feel after a beautiful side stretch, chest opener and the opening of the rib cage? Let's move into another variation which will open our rib cage and the sides and the chest much more. Gently place the right hand slightly extended from the body. Bend the elbow and place it on the floor comfortably. Take the left hand up, lengthen the left hand and take it over the head. Open the chest and look towards the ceiling. Feel again the squeezing of the chest. Feel the opening of the chest, trying to face the chest towards the ceiling. Keep extending the left hand over the head. Press the left knee down gently and feel the extensions improving. Beautiful extensions, opening of the chest, releasing all the emotional baggage that we have been holding on and keep holding on every single day. Exhaling, gently come back up to the neutral position. Let's repeat on the opposite side. Again, left palm slightly away from the body. Place it firmly on the ground. Drop the elbow down. Nicely relax your left side. Take the right hand up over the head. Open the chest towards the ceiling. And if comfortable, look up towards the ceiling. Opening of the chest, releasing all the emotions that we have been keeping on building up. Let's release everything that we are holding on to by doing these beautiful chest opener postures. And exhaling, slowly come back center. Wonderful. So how do you feel? Beautiful. Let's move into our next posture. Gently, watch my colleague give you a side view of the posture. Simple cross legs. We're going to gently place our hands behind. Get your palms as close to each other as possible. Whatever you are comfortable in. If it's not very close, it's absolutely okay. Place the palms close. Take them slightly behind your glutes. Make it into a nice resting pose. Press the knees down and gently lift your chest and squeeze it outside. Feel the squeezing of the shoulder blades behind. Feel the chest coming out and opening your heart muscles completely. If you're comfortable, you can drop the neck behind If you feel slightly giddy or if you're not comfortable, you can keep the neck straight. But keep squeezing your shoulder blades from behind and feel the beautiful stretch that your hands are getting. Your shoulders, your arms, your middle back is getting. And feel the release of emotions as you open up your chest towards the entire world. Stay there for a few breaths. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. You can gently close your eyes and feel the inhalation and exhalation. Inhalation and exhalation. Slowly release. Relax your hands down there. We're going to gently interlock our hands behind. We're going to palm facing outside. Lift your hands away from the body. Again, squeeze the shoulder blades. Give it a nice stretch to the upper body. Feel again the opening of the lungs of the chest. Feel the opening of the entire rib cage. Take your hands as much as you can comfortably. Stay there. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, and gently release. Wonderful. Weren't these postures meditative? Weren't these postures opening up your lung and your heart? Aren't you feeling a little more release in your emotions? Wonderful. Whenever you feel a little emotional upsurge, you feel like crying, you feel emotional about anything, just do this sequence of emotional, or just do the sequence of a nice lung opener, chest opener and heart opener. Just by doing these few postures, you'll feel that your entire heart is open and ready to take on the world. After this amazing series on emotional well-being, let's move on to mental well-being. As I mentioned earlier, for releasing your mind space, you need to release, or you need to empty the cup. As we all know, that if the cup is already full and if we want to pour a little more into it, it's only going to spill out. So if you want to really pour something in, you need to empty the cup. So if you want to look at something positive, if you want to see something as a brighter side of life, you need to empty that cup of the mind with all the negative emotions, negative thoughts, negative feelings that we have. We need to release our fears, anxieties and panics. We need to release our boredom out of our head. Most of us nowadays are struggling with a lot of boredom. Kya kare? Kya naya karo? With children, with elders, with middle-aged and with senior citizens. Everybody is struggling with this one word. Well, kya karna hai? उसके लिए पहले जो अंदर है उसको खाली करना है. The moment we release that, we get a lot of energy and our mind starts working towards everything new around. So let's experience some nice mental well-being asanas. Let's begin with a beautiful technique called Yoga Mudra. Well, why is Yoga Mudra so beautiful? If we do it with the correct attitude, it's a wonderful technique to do. Let's see my colleague doing it and let's follow with her. For Yoga Mudra, again you sit in a nice Sukhasana, a comfortable posture. You're going to gently take your hands behind. Hold the right wrist with the left hand. We're going to inhale, lift your spine up and nicely inhale through the chest. Exhaling, turn to the right side and go down on the right knee. As you start going down, you start surrendering your body completely to the ground. Start relaxing your shoulders. Start relaxing your elbows. Start relaxing your head down towards the ground. Whether you touch the knee or not is not important. What is more important is your attitude behind the posture. Your attitude of complete surrendering to the gravitational force, to the energy which is derived from the Mother Earth. Just stay there for a few breaths. just relaxing your elbows, your shoulders, your upper body more and more towards the lower body. Allow the gravity to pull you without any interference from your side. And slowly, inhaling, come up to the center. Beautiful. Once again, at the center, we inhale fully, open up our chest, exhaling, twist to the left side. And as we go down, we exhale and keep surrendering our body on the left side. We keep surrendering our shoulders, elbows, fingers, your neck, your facial muscles, your crown. Stay there for a little while with that feeling of surrender and let go. Don't perform it mechanically. Don't perform it as an asana where you need to touch the head to the knee. Perform it with a feeling and attitude of vairagya, of let go. A beautiful bhava, a very essential bhava to be developed in today's tough time. Stay there for a few breaths and gently inhaling, come back up to the center. Wonderful. Now let me tell you a little reason behind why we are doing this yoga mudra. When we inhale and lift our chest up, we actually tell the universe, I am ready to face all the challenges that you are throwing upon me. Exhaling as I surrender and go down to the center this time, relaxing my shoulders, my elbows, my fingers and my head to the ground. I tell myself that after doing my best, I now completely surrender to the Almighty, to the power, to the universe. So what is there in my hand is just do the best that I can at this point of time. What is not there in my hand, let's not try to control that. Let's surrender to all the things that are out of our control. Stay there for a little while. Keep relaxing yourself, keep surrendering. See how the gravity pulls you down without any interference from your side. Inhaling slowly, come back center. Wonderful. Aren't you feeling already very relaxed in your mind? Well, when you're doing these forward bend asanas, you need to just keep your eyes closed and just flow with the asana. The more you flow, the more better your cup gets empty in your mental space. As you're releasing all the thoughts to the force outside. After this beautiful yoga mudra posture, let's get on to a very nice posture called Bhadrasana. Bhadrasana or butterfly pose as very famously known. For that, we need to join our feet together in Namaste position. Get our feet as close to the perineal muscles as possible. We're going to just stay here for a little while, allowing the inner thighs to open up. Generally, due to our sitting postures, our lying down postures, there's always less of blood circulation around our groins. This posture opens our groins, improves the blood circulation. It also works on our Muladhara chakra, which is the grounding. We need to get our grounding back. It's because our grounding is completely disturbed. We are disturbed in our mind. By just doing and sitting for a little while in Bhadrasana can really help open up the groins and in turn make you feel more secured, make you feel more focused. The most and the biggest and the worst fear right now for all of us is the insecurity. Insecurity towards finances, insecurity towards life, insecurity towards food. By doing these gentle postures of Bhadrasana with the attitude of opening up the groins, with the attitude of grounding ourselves more and more, we can get our securities back. We can feel much more secure even with the chaos outside. Stay there in Bhadrasana. While you're staying in Bhadrasana, now gently place your hands on the feet while you're in Bhadrasana and start dropping your head down towards the floor. Again, with the feeling of surrender to gravity. Again, not trying to touch your head to any part of the floor or the body. just by gently going down. Feel the inner thighs opening, feel the groins opening, and feel the beautiful stretch that the lower body is getting. And as you start surrendering, you start enjoying the stretch that you're giving. If you're going to try to focus on something, well, it's going to get painful for you. The moment you start relaxing yourself and the posture completely changes your mood, changes your mindset. Stay there for a few breaths. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhaling, slowly come back up center. Wonderful. Let's release the knees out, straighten out. I know we are feeling little pain around the knee, around the back of the knee areas. So let's loosen up the knees by flapping the knees a bit. Once you've relaxed your knees, let's move into another beautiful posture called Janu Shirshasana. For this posture again, we're going to keep our legs straight. Fold the left leg in to touch the inner thighs of the right leg. Right leg is nicely extended out. Take your hands up. Lengthen your spine completely. Exhaling, slowly go down and try and touch your hands to the toes. It's absolutely okay if you cannot touch them to the toes. Try and grab your shins, your calf, or wherever you can comfortably place your hands. While you're in this posture, again start relaxing your upper body. Let the force of gravity take you down instead of you pushing yourself to go down. The more important, as I said, is the feeling of let go rather than fighting with the posture to touch your head to the knee. Just stay there for a little while. Feel the back of the legs getting a nice stretch. Feel the hamstrings extended. Feel the glute muscles nicely opening. If you feel that the hamstrings are slightly more extended at the back of the leg, gently loosen up the knees or slightly bend the knee. Stay there in a relaxed posture. As we say in yoga, Sthiram Sukham Asana. Left leg out. Bend the right knee and place the right feet to the inner thighs of the left leg. Again, extend the spine up. Take your hands up towards the ceiling. Extending yourself, go hands touching the toes. Stay there for a little while, repeating as what we did from the right side. As you drop yourself down, keep surrendering. Keep going down. Keep surrendering. Keep going down. Stay there. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling, slowly come back up to the center and release the posture. Now gently extend both the legs out. We're going to do a Paschimottanasana. In this posture also, it's a beautiful posture because it gives a full body stretch. It gives the stretch from your heels all the way up to your neck region. A complete opener. The moment your body starts to open and there's a blood circulation which is flowing, you automatically start feeling energized and positive. So for Paschimottanasana, we're going to take our feet together. Toes are pointing towards the face. Knees straight. Inhaling, raise both hands up. Exhaling, extend and go down. Again, try to hold the toes if you are comfortable. Otherwise, hold the ankles, the shin muscles, wherever you are comfortable. And again, stay there for a little time. It's only when you stay in a particular asana for some time that you can actually understand what's happening inside the body. Let's turn our mind inward towards the posture. Let's feel the stretch that the lower back is getting. The glute muscles are getting. The hamstrings are getting. The nice lengthened shoulders are getting. Nice beautiful chest which is dropping down. Stay there surrendering yourself. Keep the attitude of Vairagya going throughout the process. Keeping your eyes closed and continuously surrendering to gravity is what is going to really empty your cup from all the unnecessary clutter that the mind is going through. Stay there again for a few breaths. Stay there, inhaling. Exhaling, drop the body a little more. Inhale. Exhale, drop it slightly more. Inhale. Exhaling, relax yourself completely. Inhaling, slowly take your hands up. And exhaling, relax your hands down comfortably. Now gently sit in a simple cross-leg posture. Sukhasana. Now, did you experience any kind of Vairagya or let go? Do you feel that your mind has got a little empty from all the clutter that was going on? By just surrendering yourself and not resisting yourself to any changes outside, the moment you do these changes in your mind, you feel much more relaxed, much more better. You feel much more grounded, much more secured. Let's try surrendering, let's try Vairagya, and let's get secured in spite of all the chaos outside. Like a lotus in the mud is not going to go anywhere. We need to rise above the mud and become a lotus. We need to rise above the adversities and still blossom. Let's move on to a few breathing pranayam techniques. Yes, of course, we have been doing a lot of pranayamas. Actually, that's the only thing that we've been doing since 2 years. But these techniques which we are going to get you through today are more for, again, relaxing your mind and your emotions. Let's start with a gentle, comfortable posture in Sukhasana. Left hand on the knee, right hand gently placed onto the navel. Stay there comfortably, just observing the navel breathing. Just keep observing how the navel comes out and how the navel drops down. Observing how slowly with every inhale the stomach comes in. With every exhale the stomach drops down. Just keep relaxing your shoulders, your elbows, keeping your back straight, relaxing your body completely. Let's make this breathing a meditative experience rather a mechanical. Let's inhale through the stomach for 3 counts and exhale through the stomach for 3 counts. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Relax your breathings. Keep your hands on the navel only. Now gently place your left hand on the chest. Observe the breathing at the chest level. As you inhale, the chest comes out. As you exhale, the chest drops down. Being completely aware of your breath at the chest and the navel. Now we're going to begin to inhale at the chest and exhale at the navel region. So when you inhale, your focus is on the hand or the palm which is at the chest. When you exhale, you're going to focus on the right palm which is at the navel. So let's begin. Inhale, exhale navel. Inhale chest, exhale navel. Start relaxing your shoulders and elbows. Keep your body relaxed. Inhale chest, exhale navel. Inhale chest, Exhale, navel. Inhale, chest. Exhale, navel. Inhale, chest. Exhale, navel. Inhale, chest. And exhale, navel. Gently relax your palms to your knees and just observe how your breathing has calmed down completely. This breathing is a very meditative breathing. So when you do this pranayama, you're completely focused on your breathing. Try and practice this just to get your mind into focus. Moving on to the next technique of breathing. For that, we are going to go into long exhalation. Extended Rechakas. So for that, let's see my colleague. Gently place your fingers around your mouth region and observe how your breath comes out of the mouth. So you're going to inhale through the nose and very gently exhale through the mouth. Just to experience the breath at the fingertips, let's place our fingers right in front of our mouth. Let's do 2 rounds, eyes closed. Inhale through the nose. Slow opening of the mouth, exhale through the mouth. Keep exhaling slowly and gently. Once again, inhale through the nose. Gently open your mouth small and exhale through the mouth. Relax your hands down. And now we're going to do a couple of breaths like this. Just inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth as slow and as long as possible. Don't push yourself too much. Be comfortable when you're doing the inhalation and exhalation. So inhale through the nose, comfortable inhale. Slowly exhale through the mouth, comfortably exhale without straining your lungs. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. And relax yourself completely. The long exhalation or the long Rechakas are very relaxing to the mind. The moment you feel anxious or fearful, just do long exhalations. You can exhale through the mouth or through your nose. The next pranayam is Chandrabhedi pranayam or left side nostril breathing. For this pranayam, we are going to place our first finger of the right hand to block the right nostril. We're going to inhale, exhale only from the left side. Now this is a very cooling pranayam. This is also a very relaxing pranayam. So whenever you feel that you have racing thoughts and you need to relax your mind, you have to start doing 10 rounds of Chandrabhedi pranayam. When many a times we feel that our left nostril is blocked and we are not able to do the Chandrabhedi pranayam, in that case we block the left nostril and do it from the right side, inhale, exhale from the right side. Or wait for that time of the day when the left nostril is open. Let's begin. Place the first finger of the right hand to close the right nostril. We're going to inhale, exhale from the left side. So inhale left, Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale left. Inhale left and exhale left. Relax your hands to the knees. This is a very nice pranayam to also do just before sleeping. Relaxing your mind completely, it helps you to get good sleep. So the moment you have a good sleep, you're fresh in the morning. It really relaxes your mind, gets you a deep, good quality sleep. Now after this beautiful breathing techniques, let's go into a small meditative experience. A small meditation followed by Shavasana. Let's all gently sit in a comfortable meditative posture. We're going to keep our eyes closed throughout the process and just keep listening to the voice and enjoying what's happening around. So hands on your knees, back straight, eyes closed. Start relaxing your body completely. Relax your forehead. Relax your eyes. Relax your cheeks, shoulders, elbows, fingers soft. Gently start relaxing the entire body to the floor. Now slowly bringing attention to your eyes, to the palette of your eyes. Observe the color that you can see in front of your eyes. Just bringing your awareness to the eye palette. Relaxing your eyes over there. Gently observe yourself. Feel the touch of air on your face. Feel the touch of air on all the exposed part of your hands, of your feet. Feel the element of air surrounding you completely. Observe the connect to the element of Vayu or air. Being completely focused in the present, just observe yourself as if you're sitting in a garden with all the trees around, with greenery around, completely soothing and relaxing your mind. Hearing a few birds chirping, feeling the breeze on your face, on your hands, enjoying this openness of the sky. Enjoying all the space around you. Staying in that garden. Being one with the nature. Feeling yourself as a part of that nature. Feeling a part of all the sounds around you. Feeling a part of the beautiful colors of the trees, the plants, the flowers. feeling one with all the birds chirping and flying around. Enjoying the connect with the nature and thanking the Almighty for the beautiful world created by Him. With complete gratitude in the mind, complete humility in the heart, feeling the grace of the nature, respecting the nature, and trying to be a part of the nature. Staying there in that garden for a little while, staying one with the external environment. We're going to slowly and gently bring our focus back on the palette of the eye. Observe the color of the palette of the eye. Do you see the same color or the color has changed? Just bring your awareness on that. Don't analyze anything. Don't try to change anything. Gentle awareness on the palette of the eye. From there, we gently lie down in a Shavasana position. We're going to take support at one side, lie down on one side and gently go on our back. Extend the legs out straight. Little distance between the feet. Toes dropped on either side. Relax your hands by the side of the body. Palms facing upwards. Shoulders relaxed. Relaxing your entire body to the ground. We're going to gently, part by part, relax the entire body. Starting with the toes, relax your toes. Relax your ankles. Relax your calf muscles. Relax your knees. Relax your thighs. Relax your pelvic region. Relax your stomach. Relax your chest, your heart, your lungs. Relax your shoulders, elbows, fingers. Relax your neck muscles. Relax your facial muscles. Relax your crown. Take a nice inhale. Exhaling, relax the entire body completely to the ground. As you relax the body, feel the touch of earth, feel the touch of mat on your body, making yourself more and more grounded, more and more connected to the element of earth, Prithvi, enjoying the beautiful touch with the Mother Earth. Stay there completely relaxing yourself for a little while. Making gentle movements in hands and legs, keeping your eyes closed. Gently turn to any one side and stay there in a fetal position for some time. taking support of your hand, we're going to come up to seated without disturbing our mind, without opening our eyes. Gently rub your palms nicely. Place them on your eyes, cup your eyes. Feel the warmth and energy created by your palms. And whenever you're ready, you can gently open your eyes and release the hands to the knees. So tell me, how was the session? Did you enjoy? How are you feeling now? From the time that we started the class till now, do you feel a more lighter heart and a more empty mind? Well, in that case, we are on the right track. Enjoy everything that you experienced right now. If you don't have the time to do the entire sequence, do only the emotional sequence. If you don't have much more time, do only the mental sequence. If you want to just thoroughly relax yourself, do the pranayam, the meditation and the shavasana. But definitely do something and see a marked difference in how your mind and your body feels. We all are going through a tough time, but there is light ahead of the tunnel. Let's watch that light and walk the tunnel. The sunrise is just round the corner. Thank you. Namaste.